Hello, I'm John Koopman. I'm responsible for ensuring that all medicines that Teva Canada manufactures and markets are of the highest quality and safety. There's been a lot of news about drug quality issues lately, particularly after Health Canada's unprecedented decisions in 2014 to ban imports from a number of finished goods and API manufacturing sites in India. In early September 2014, Health Canada asked Ipca Laboratories in India to voluntarily stop shipment of approximately 21 active pharmaceutical ingredients, or APIs, to Canada. They also asked Canadian companies to temporarily quarantine products made from these APIs. This quarantine affected both brand name and generic manufacturers. Eventually, Health Canada advised that medically necessary drugs made from Ipca API products could be re-released to the market if the finished products were tested by an independent lab in Canada and if each lot met the specific terms and conditions imposed by Health Canada. Although Teva Canada only had 5 finished products affected by the quarantine, all products were deemed medically necessary. Based upon Teva Canada's proactive approach to product quality and partnerships with our Canadian vendors, we were among the first companies to re-release our products back to the market. Generally speaking, Canadian drug manufacturers have robust and appropriate quality procedures and systems to monitor and evaluate API suppliers and ingredients, no matter from which country the ingredients are imported. These programs are paired with other safeguards such as API supplier certification, quality agreements, and on-site vendor audits to provide assurance that the APIs received are safe. Shortly after the Ipca quarantine on September 24th, there was more disruption in the Canadian pharmaceutical industry when Health Canada requested that Apotex quarantine products manufactured at Apotex's facility in Bangalore, India. Other recent bans have included products from Cadila, Microlabs, Dr. Reddy's, and Sri Krishna. Pharmacies have choices to make about which products to carry. While generic drugs are seen by some as commodity products, consider that quality products and a manufacturer's track record should be the most important criteria. I'm here today to answer some of your questions about where Teva stands on quality.
How do you measure the quality of the medicines you make?
Pharmaceutical industry is a global business. Good manufacturing practices, recalls, and voluntary quarantines requested by Health Canada apply to brand name and generic manufacturers alike. For all drug manufacturers, quality is assured in several ways. Robust continuous improvement programs, collaboration between operations and quality teams where quality is built into the systems at all stages, training programs to develop a strong quality culture, systems to test the quality of active ingredients and other raw materials, use of technologies to protect data and ensure accuracy of information, regular and frequent independent inspections of our facilities and systems by regulatory, internal, and external groups, and testing and monitoring of finished products. Some companies do this better than others, based on their commitment to quality. At Teva, quality is not a department, but a culture and philosophy that focuses on robust, streamlined systems, continuous improvement, people engagement, and collaboration at all stages of the process. This provides us the best opportunity to assure that quality is built into everything that we do.
How does testing and monitoring lead to recalls?
It may surprise you to learn that when we at Teva recall a drug, it's almost always a proactive move triggered by our own continuous monitoring of the medicines we make. In fact, in 2014, we had 4 recalls, which is less than 1% of our portfolio. 2 of these recalls were related to our stringent stability testing. We take and maintain samples of batches at set intervals, which we test every 3 to 6 months for the entire shelf life of the product. The results allow us to understand the performance of the product in the marketplace. This monitoring program, along with our product robustness and continuous improvement programs, help us proactively evaluate trends and act swiftly on any issues that may arise. We are not accepting the norm. We are striving higher.
How does Teva avoid getting active ingredients or drugs from questionable suppliers?
All drug manufacturers in Canada inspect, test, and evaluate every active and inactive ingredient before manufacturing the medication. This ensures that the materials meet the strict specifications and standards that are required. Teva is unique among drug manufacturers in that we are also the world's largest international supplier of active ingredients. We make more than 300 active pharmaceutical products. While we do have to acquire some active ingredients from third-party suppliers, our vertical integration allows us to keep that number as low as possible. In addition, approximately 50% of the finished medicines we sell in Canada are made in Canada. 40% are made by our Teva factories around the world. Only the remaining 10% are made at other manufacturing sites. Our Teva quality experts visit these third-party sites frequently, where we conduct our own inspections of these facilities in addition to the inspections required by regulatory bodies such as Health Canada, FDA, and EMEA, for example. The result is that when we require a third-party supplier, that supplier is approved by both Teva and by Health Canada. Ultimately, our goal is to exceed all regulatory quality standards in all of our markets.
How many Teva products are manufactured in India? And what are you doing to ensure that Indian API suppliers are focused on quality?
Approximately 30 Teva products are made in India. This represents only 6% of our product portfolio. Our global risk assessment team continuously evaluates our suppliers by conducting our own inspections, reviewing other regulatory body reports, and by monitoring the results and the documentation coming from these third-party sites. We proactively build plans to protect the quality and uninterrupted supply of our medications, including removing any suppliers that are non-compliant. It's important to remember that the main reason for Canada's recent import bans was data integrity. Teva Canada is very strong in this area. Our global inspectors are experts in data integrity and in evaluating computerized systems. They have been trained by international leaders in this field. We employ state-of-the-art integrated equipment and software to reduce the potential for data manipulation. We conduct rigorous review and auditing processes for each batch of product to ensure its data is accurate. This is critical as we rely on this data to release and approve batches for sale in the Canadian market. Our approach provides additional assurance that we receive quality products and materials from our external partners. However, it doesn't guarantee that these external partners have no compliance issues at their sites. We rely on the added assurance of our global risk assessment audit team, stringent quality agreements, and partnerships with our external vendors to ensure that these vendors are operating in line with Teva expectations and standards.
We've also been hearing about pharmaceutical companies failing inspections. How often is Teva inspected? And have you passed those inspections?
Teva Canada is audited every 2 years by Health Canada and FDA in independent audits. In fact, within the last 5 years alone, Teva Canada has hosted 40 inspections, 7 from the FDA, 15 from Health Canada, 11 from customers, and 7 from our internal global inspection partners. In all of these, we received no critical observations. Since 2008, our continuous improvement programs have allowed us to increase our compliance and efficiency while increasing quality. Teva Canada has never failed an inspection, whether from Health Canada or the FDA. Internationally, Teva is equally committed. In 2014 alone, we hosted 35 regulatory agencies which conducted 76 inspections at 52 of our sites, all with no critical observations. In spite of our excellent record, we continue to push ourselves with a mandate to continuously improve at all times and in all areas. Continuous improvement is a commitment that we started years ago and one that we will never finish. Our vision is clear: quality beyond compliance, in which everyone at Teva takes full accountability for quality operations and our business, where Teva is recognized for its top quality products.
What does no critical observations mean?
Health Canada has 3 tiers of observations. Tier 1 observations are considered critical and include serious flaws with sanitation, machinery, documentation, and data integrity. Generally, when a critical observation is made, the facility will receive a non-compliant rating, which may lead to enforcement actions. Lower-tiered observations are associated with non-critical issues that need to be addressed but do not pose an immediate hazard to the public. The US FDA has a similar tiered program where objectionable conditions are documented on a Form 483. Additional actions, such as import bans and consent decrees, may be taken against the site where these conditions may pose a serious or critical risk to the consumer or patient.
How do Health Canada's regulations stand up to those of other countries?
There has been some scrutiny of Health Canada's reliance on other regulators' reports to determine the compliance of foreign drug or API manufacturers. I can assure you from my own frequent dealings with the organization that Health Canada is an independent regulatory body, one that is world-renowned and recognized by the EU, USA, Australia, and many other countries. Health Canada does rely on reputable regulatory bodies within the Mutual Recognition Agreement countries, a group of countries that share the same practices and standards for audits of foreign sites to determine their compliance. This is a common practice among MRA countries, and it allows Health Canada to focus on licensing, product approvals, enforcement, drug shortages, and other priorities. Canadians can be confident that Health Canada's standards are among the highest in the world. They are as stringent as the US FDA standards.
Isn't quality something that all drug manufacturers promise?
Yes, everyone promises quality, but the question is, do they deliver? Teva is unique among drug manufacturers in the degree of quality control that we maintain over our drug production. No one produces more active ingredients than we do. No one has the international breadth of internal audits that we do. Here in Canada, our integrated procedures put us at the top for safety and compliance, and our continuous improvement programs and quality-focused culture will ensure we stay on top. Our rigorous approach to quality means that, on occasion, we refuse to release a batch of product, we reject a shipment of active ingredients, or we initiate a recall due to a quality issue, any of which can result in a back order. While back orders are regrettable, we simply will not allow any questionable product into the marketplace. In fact, to avoid being influenced by market pressures, our quality team does not report into operations or sales and marketing, but reports globally directly to the President and CEO. As you can see, quality is not optional at Teva Canada. It is incorporated proactively into our processes, systems, and culture every step of the way. Quality beyond compliance is our commitment to you.